Yamamoto has always been interested in looking at what women and men are supposed to wear. He says, I set out to design men's clothes for women. That was partly to do with him wanting to protect the woman's body. He just likes to play with boundaries. When I started working on the exhibition, I worked very closely with Yohji Yamamoto's team. So the first step was to say, well, it's going to be an installation and people will be able to walk amongst them as equals and see the fabrics, because, you know, Yohji Yamamoto said before that fabric is everything to him, so it was really the key thing for me to convey in the beginning, from the beginning. There's over 80 silhouettes in the exhibition. That was already a really hard editing process, so each one of them really is iconic. I went through all the archives in Tokyo and Paris, and my pre-selection was 500. So this is already, you know, the kind of highlight. The main gallery itself is to give an insight into the breadth of his work. So as you will see, there's a seemingly random selection of garments grouped in a way that suggests certain themes within his work. A lot of the mannequins are actually in conversation with each other. There's about 63 in here, and then additional ones throughout the museum. We looked at the entirety of the museum, and we walked through the museum because we wanted it to be an encounter between Yohji Yamamoto and the V&A as much as an exhibition or retrospective of his work. We looked at all the space, and especially hidden spaces of the museum. We wanted to see whether Yohji Yamamoto's work would highlight some of these or be in conversation with some of these. I now have 6 satellite installations throughout the permanent galleries. Each of the satellite spaces show a very particular part of his works. Yohji making waves at the Wapping project is a single garment installation, which is going to be fantastic to look at, as you will see. It's the idea of flooding the entirety of the gallery and just suspending this wonderful oversized wedding dress above it. So when people come, they can book themselves in, and they can get into a boat and be rowed over to look at the garment one-to-one. The other exhibition is the photographic one in Wapping Bankside, and his collaborations with fashion photographers, art directors and graphic designers over the years produced photographs that a lot of them are now quite iconic. Yohji Yamamoto and his Japanese contemporaries have been hugely influential on what we wear today. For him to still be here, I think, is very important, and also I think he still continues to challenge these boundaries. He still finds the moment that he finds a new twist, a new design, the most exciting thing in his life. So as long as that still keeps happening, I think he will still keep doing.